Do you have a puppy on your holiday wish list? Or maybe the kids do. If you're thinking about the big reveal of an adorable puppy under the tree this year, then this video is for you. I'm going to give you all kinds of great information, and I want you to think about it before you move forward with this idea. And I'm also going to share some amazing tips to make sure your plan goes well. Michelle here with How to Train a Dream Dog. Alright, puppy tips and tricks are a great idea no matter what this season. So, subscribe to my channel and you'll be getting the gift of great advice long after the holidays. Okay, so you're thinking of getting a Christmas puppy. I get it. The Hallmark movies show these adorable puppies with a big, huge bow coming out of a wrapped box from under the tree. As a trainer, I actually cringe at these videos. This isn't usually how it goes in real life. You know that these videos are only showing you the highlight reel, right? Alright, well, let's dig into this. First, I want to make sure that this is a good idea for you and your household right now. I mean, puppies are a 10 to 15 year commitment. They require a lot of time and attention and training, especially that first year of their lives, and even more so after the first 6 months. Is this the right time in your life to have a part-time job? Because raising a puppy is like a part-time job, only you don't get paid and you can't control the hours that you work. It's a lot like a 6-month-old baby moves in and you need to add baby care to your schedule. Are you ready for that? I also want you to determine if your kids or other family members are the right age to add a dog to the family. Now, it's easy to assume that kids, or even maybe older parents who live with you, are going to be part of the overall care and upkeep of a dog. But kids under the age of 12 rarely have the critical thinking, attention span, or even brain development to learn what it takes to train a dog. And seniors who live with you might not have the mobility to respond to a puppy, or be comfortable with puppy claws, teeth, and jumpy manners. Now, your best helpers will be older kids who are used to doing regular household chores. And if your kids are already used to taking care of your other animals, and you're happy with their work, well, then you're on the right track. I have a teenager, so I can tell you with experience that you should not believe all their promises to take care of all the pets. Believe it when you see it. I just want to go off on a quick detour about service dogs or comfort dogs or emotional support dogs that you might be getting for a child. So depending on the job that you want the dog to do, you have to have a plan far in advance for this type of work for this animal. Now, you need to do extensive research on the breed and the genetics of the dog so you have the best chance of getting a good fit for your needs. Even dogs who are bred for service or comfort work may not be placed in those fields. So I just want to warn you that there's no guarantee that a dog that you bring home will be the right one for comfort or service work. When I picked Pickles up, I intended that he would be a comfort dog. I wanted to visit hospitals and retirement homes and bring smiles to everyone's faces. Well, he had other plans. He's a great demo dog for my online course, but he has a little too much enthusiasm to be right for the medical settings. So, just be open to what your dog's natural temperament says about the role he will play in your family. Alright, back to our Christmas puppies. Christmas usually means winter, at least for those of us in the northern hemisphere. Now, I want you to think about the weather in your area for the next 6 months. You're going to be going out for potty breaks a lot. You may be standing out there for about 10 to 15 minutes waiting for a poo or a pee. And your dog will also need leash skills training and exercise, which happens also outside. So note how happy you're going to be spending time outside at this time of year. Now let's talk about the surprise element. Dog trainers don't love surprises. So for one, it doesn't give your kids a chance to learn about what it takes to raise a dog. Most of my clients who had the best experience with their dog have prepared for the dog ahead of time. Many of my students enroll in the course before the puppy even comes home, so they can get a chance to know the material without the demands of the new puppy. Then, when the puppy comes home, they can begin the training. Remember, you are learning new things before you're teaching them to your puppy. Now, I don't mean to be a negative Nelly, so next, I'm going to give you 7 tips on how a Christmas puppy can go well. I just want you to think very carefully about what you're committing to before you jump into this plan. Now, my first tip is to avoid any kind of dramatic unveiling. Now, that means no puppies wrapped in boxes and no moments with puppies arriving. with hordes of excited children screaming. This is not setting your puppy up for success in your home. Now, your puppy has gone through a big change, and this is the time when you need to keep his environment calm and comfortable. Of course the kids will be excited, but try to keep the energy low and the voices calm and quiet. And if you're planning to celebrate the holidays with the extended family, the puppy should be introduced when it's just your immediate family. Week 1 should be all about immediate family only. After pup is settled in, you can slowly introduce new people. Now, I know that surprises are fun, even though you heard me say that dog trainers, rescues, breeders, we all discourage them. But there's a happy medium that we can strike here. Even if the family isn't prepared for this new puppy, you should be. So having a crate and a puppy pen, some chew toys, a snuggle puppy, the Adaptil, and other important crate confidence tools will be really important from the first hour. And if you want to know what you should stock up on, just check out my must-haves playlist on YouTube. Now, if you want to keep the puppy a secret, but also prepared, store those items in hidden closets until the puppy arrives, and then set them up right away. Next, I want you to make sure the next few weeks are very clear in your schedule. Your puppy is going to need a lot of attention while settling in and getting used to the new routine. Potty training requires a very, very close supervision of the puppy. Now, you might not be able to go to the gym like you used to, and you might not have as much time for household chores, socializing, or even cooking. Don't worry, this is temporary while you're working through the training. But it is the reality that most people face with a new puppy. It is definitely possible to work full-time when you have a puppy, but the first few months will take some extra effort on your part to make sure the puppy's needs are met. Puppies are not meant to be alone for long periods of time, and it's not good for their development if they are. Not only do you need to meet their emotional needs, but their bladders and their tummies are small. They need to eat and pee and poo frequently. Next, I want you to have a plan for the other pets in your home. They're going to likely be stressed by this new arrival, so be sure they have a space of their own and their daily enrichment needs are met too. Now, it may take some creativity to figure out how your cats can get their food and litter box, but your puppy cannot. And your senior dog definitely needs a place to go where he is not bothered by this energetic, mouthy puppy. So just make sure your space is set up for everyone to have a good experience, and then take introductions slowly and positively. Now, I teach you how to do it with cats in this video here, and this approach works for other animals as well: dogs, rabbits, guinea pigs, and more. Tip number 6, have a plan for training or professional advice if it's not going well. Some dogs adjust to their new home, the crate, and potty training very well. Others have a hard time with one or more of these things. So do some research ahead of time and where you're going to get that help if you need it. Now, your first stop should be my Facebook group, Puppy Training with Michele Lennon. And if you need more help than the free advice we offer in there, then you're gonna love our online course. Are you loving this information? Well, if you really love it, feel free to leave us a tip using YouTube's Thanks feature. You can also share this video with other puppy parents or potential parents. That helps us too. My team and I work hard to deliver this great stuff to you every week. Help us out so we can continue to do it. All right, ready for tip number 7? Have a vet appointment already set up. Vets are overbooked right now and often cannot fit in new puppies for appointments for quite some time. But your puppy is going to be on a pretty strict vaccination schedule. So as soon as you know you're going to be bringing a puppy home, get that vet appointment established immediately. Now, while you're there, ask about any package deals that can save you money on appointments, lab procedures, and the spay and neuter surgery. And you can also talk to them about which insurance plans they work with and do some more research here. Oh, and while you're setting up vet appointments, start calling around to find a groomer too. If you're getting a doodle, I suggest you start looking now. All right, so I'm giving you some great advice above, but let me paint a picture for you here. Now, if you told me that I simply had to give my family a puppy for Christmas, then this is how I would do it. Take good notes. Here's where I'm telling you specifically what I want you to do. That's how we deal with frustrating puppy behavior too. We teach them what we do want them to do instead. Okay, on Christmas Day, I would let the kids open up a card or a box that shows a picture of the puppy. I would put in just a few puppy supplies like a leash and a collar. I would include a gift card to a local pet supply store. Later that day, or maybe the next day, when you're all relaxing from the festivities, I'll pull up some of those YouTube videos that I mentioned earlier. As a family, we're gonna all start learning more about this puppy, including breed research and some great videos like the ones on this channel. Then the next day, I'd take the kids and go to the pet supply store and load up of all the gear we need. The kids will really love to do this pre-shopping, and we can spend all the time we need evaluating all the options for crates and gates and toys. And anything we don't find at the pet store, we can order online. Chewy ships fast, so it could be at your house in just a couple of days. Now, I'd take some time to really read the reviews and recommendations so the kids and I could make some great decisions. This preparation part is really fun for the kids, so it's great to involve them in it. Then I'd spend a few days getting my house and other pets ready for the new arrival, including plugging in the adaptil, doing some puppy proofing, and setting up the crate and the pen space. And I'd figure out the potty door location and where the potty area is outside. So we live in Western New York and get a lot of rain and snow. So since it's winter, I'm going to create a covered spot so it's not so uncomfortable to hang out there for potty breaks. I'll install a few lights because potty breaks happen after dark too. Then a few days later, I'd take the kids with me and go pick up our Christmas puppy. This is the best of both worlds. Now, I've been able to prepare the kids for the new arrival. I've done some good research on what it takes to raise a puppy, and I'm well prepared with all the tools that we'll need. This is also teaching your kids good habits about how to bring a new living creature into the home. This is a life skill. Okay, I think you get the idea on the best way to bring home a Christmas puppy. Just remember, puppies are a 10 to 15 year commitment. Puppies have innate needs that will interrupt or interfere with your daily life. Puppies are expensive and their care must be budgeted for. Puppies can be hard to understand, so you should have a professional on standby, ready to help you through the tough parts. And finally, plan ahead for a calm, quiet, and well-prepared arrival, so your puppy has a great start in his new home. In the comments below, tell me if you're thinking of getting a Christmas puppy, and what breed are you considering? I won't tell the kids, I promise.